Hi everyone and welcome to today's video. My name is Tumelo and welcome to Much Recruitment. Today I'd like to touch on a very sensitive topic and the one that is of bother to all South Africans. Our unemployment rate is sitting at about 33% as we speak. That is saddening. And as a result, people get desperate. And apart from people getting desperate, there are people who get creative as well. Because of the desperation, you will fall victim to a lot of scammers out there. Scammers in individuals and also in people pretending to be recruitment companies. I'd like to share with you the 5 things that you need to look out for in order for you not to be scammed by these individuals or companies that claim to provide you or give you job opportunities. I always say use your gut feel. That is like the first thing. I've always used my gut feel. I've fallen victim of these scammers in the recruitment space as well. I remember back in the day in 2011 when I was still younger, and I got invited for an interview at this company in Joburg in the CBD. Sure, the things that happened there, very scary. But nonetheless, I never paid the money that they wanted me to pay, so I got out. But I was following my gut feel. I didn't know better at the time. However, I'm thinking there's a lot of people who actually fall victim. I've had countless number of stories about this, and it's very saddening. Now, as a recruitment company, it is my duty to make sure that you, South Africans, are safe and don't fall victim of these scammers. So, the number one golden rule, no matter how desperate you are, never ever pay for a job. Never ever accept an offer where you're gonna have to pay money upfront for a job or pay money even after they hired you. As recruiters, we are trusted by our clients to seek quality top talent for them. And we charge a fee for this service. We don't do it for free. So never, ever, no matter how desperate, no matter how lucrative the offer looks, never pay to get a job. A lot of our brothers and sisters fall victim to this. It's quite easier to do. It's just 5,000 rand there or 300 rands or whatever amount they're charging. You think that you're going to get this job. It's not going to happen. So never ever pay for a job upfront, whether it's from an individual or an uncle who wants to get you into a job, or whether it's from a recruitment company. You can never do that. The other thing that you need to look out for, it's when a recruiter or a person offers you guaranteed placement. This usually happens without formal interview. There are no interviews done. Nobody cares about your experience. They just tell you, listen, you just come in and then the job is yours. There's nothing like that. There are requirements and procedures that companies follow when hiring a person. They already need to know who the kind of person is, what experience they must have. If there's no experience, what kind of personality they must possess. So guaranteed placements, it's a no-go area. If someone calls you and they say, listen, you're coming to work tomorrow. My name is Tumelo. I've called you. Come to this address. Then you're going to get a job. Now, it doesn't work like that. You have to earn the job. You have to go through an interview process. And there's so many other procedures that will make it look legit. So there are no guaranteed placements out there. The third thing that you need to look out for is flawed communication. This means you'll find that the company is inconsistent in terms of the information they're sharing with you on email. For example, they'll tell you that you need to submit this set of documents, and the next thing your follow-up email will tell you about something completely different on the same documents. So that inconsistency in communication you must look out for. It shows that the person that you're dealing with is unprofessional. They don't know what they're just trying to lure you into getting into a trap. Number 4, being asked to pay for training or verification checks. This is similar to literally being asked to pay for a job. If a company wants to hire you and they want to train you, they will do that and they will pay for the training. They actually have already paid for this. It's just a matter of recruiting and getting the candidates in a normal case. So if you ever get an opportunity and they're like, no, we're going to start with training, it's going to be for 3 weeks and you're going to get this qualification, so you just need to pay for the training and then we'll give you the job. That does not exist. That is absolutely false. The 5th point is being interviewed as a panel of candidates. You know, when you get a job interview, you may find that you're going to be interviewed by 2, 3 people, or maybe just one person. If it's a panel interview, it's usually about 2 to 3 or 5 people. That is good. You as a candidate versus these people that are interviewing you. However, if you ever go for an interview at a company or an agency and 6 or 5 of you as candidates come in at the same time and you're being interviewed, that is false. That is a red flag. Interviews are about getting to know the person, getting to know your personality, how you perform under pressure, everything else that includes that's included in there. Interviews are not about just sharing information to you. This is what's going to happen from here. We're going to take you to different companies, because people say that. That's ridiculous. If it's a panel interview, it has to be a panel of interviewers and then one candidate at a time. But if you're called into a room as candidates and now they call it an interview, that is a big red flag. Personally, that's what I went through. That was the biggest red flag when I went to that interview back in 2011, because we were called in as 5 people that are being interviewed at the same time by one person. And the end result was that we were asked to pop out $400 each so that we can get the job. Big red flag. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you've learned a little bit. And please don't forget to subscribe and like. I'll see you on the next one.